Everybody, so this one's going to be a way quicker video than it was last time. We're going to walk around here. We're going to go ahead and start everything up, get all the gas going. I found a leak in a propane hose since our last video. I don't know where I put it because I wanted to show that to you guys. Did I finally throw it away because I didn't want to hold on to it? I don't know. Anyway, it looked like while this was sitting at my uncle's shop, a mouse got through it and ate some of that. Since last time also, you notice the camera's following me. That's a new thing, right? So I picked that up pretty cheap from Amazon. Don't tell my wife. Anyway, so I got the gas going over here. I don't have anything else going. I learned something else. These little testers here, they will start your flame. Today, you know, some comments last time when I was out here, people were asking, are you outdoors? Yeah. That's the bottom of my shed right there. So that it's an open bottom. I can only do this when the wind's not blowing. When the wind's blowing, until I get going, I can't go with no. I can't play with the glass and burn glass when there's any breeze. If there's a breeze, it completely messes things up. So I've got this table right here with some neon signs on it. All this I got from my uncle, from my uncle's stuff. I've got electrodes here, 15 mil electrodes. If any of you guys, you know, have been doing this, whatever, I read somewhere that 15 mil is a hard one to work with when you're learning. Let me know if that's right. If it is, I'm gonna start working with something smaller, like some 12 mil or something. Getting ready to order some stuff because I need glass. My uncle had a whole lot of glass. This is like one of the last clear glasses he had. Everything he's got's colored, which is fine, but I don't want to work with mercury yet, and most of the colored glass works with the argon needing mercury. I can do, like, I think it's blue glass, comes out pink if I put neon in it, something like that, but either way, that's where we're at. Let me get the old blow hose going. And again, there's zero wind out here, right? So this is the best time for me to play glass guy. So hopefully I can edit some of this together, and when I'm editing I can zoom in a little bit. I learned something the past couple of days. Lead-free glass, let's see, will do that. It's a sodium flare. Makes it really hard to see what you're doing too. Now, the electrodes are, wouldn't you know it, damn gust of wind. I've got to fix that. I've got to block this off, move this plant. I'm trying to talk my wife into letting me move the neon plant into the garage. I'm a little concerned with that. They're only like 9-foot ceilings, and that's a lot of heat. I think it'll be fine. The wife isn't super thrilled about a, 15,000 volt transformer sitting in the garage. That wind is really kicking up, but it's not bad. But the flame's blowing around. I'm thinking that's what I'm having a problem with, is when my flame starts blowing around. So that electrode is a lead-free electrode as well, because it's glowing with sodium. Now, I'm hearing and learning that the sodium glass, or the lead-free glass, has to come up to a hotter temperature to be working. So you got to leave it in the heat a little longer. The wind just died down completely, as you can see with this sodium flare. So I'm hoping that I can get this glass hot enough this time. Oh, you know what I didn't do? It ain't gonna work if I don't have that in my mouth. So I'm gonna get this guy hot. Hopefully this is gonna work. Now I'm gonna get it hot. I'm gonna work it some more. Then I'm gonna supposedly that line is supposed to go away. So I'm not working it long enough, I guess. Again, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I got a bubble. That's lead to lead. That should hold. But I don't know if it's going to, right? Look at that. I don't know. It's not a pretty weld. None of my welds are really pretty, right? They're all kind of, look at that. That was one of my first. I can still see where they welded it together, where I welded it together. So let me see if I can change this thing to focus here. Current camera doesn't support manual focus. Cool. So if that electrode holds, that'll be my first electrode that holds. This camera's tracking my face. So, I don't know. We're gonna let that cool down. And we're gonna try another one. And then that's pretty much it on this video, right? All I'm doing is practicing. Why am I practicing with electrodes? Because if I don't practice with electrodes, it's never gonna work. Darn work phone call right in the middle of me playing with glass here. So, got another piece of glass. We were talking about why am I using electrodes? Well, partly because, damn it, I want to see some glass light up at some point. And I got pieces to weld to hold, like those are holding. So now, even this is my other piece, right? So this isn't the one that I just did the electrodes on. Those welds actually don't look horrible. So I'm trying to figure it out. I've been noticing on Facebook, like a lot of people are using knife burners instead of crossfire. I don't know. What's better? Somebody tell me. I'm not a neon bender, right? I am going to try something with these valves and see if I can clean the flame up some. I don't know if the flame needs to be hotter. Like that, that's a hot ass flame right there. So maybe that'll do it, right? So your flame, my flame's almost touching each other. Might be too hot. Again, I don't know. But I'm gonna try a different heatness. Heatness? I don't even know if that's the damn word. Oh, that is a hot flame right there. I think my flame was too hot on that one. That damn glass melted faster than I knew what to do with it. And I can hear cracking. That's a bad weld. It's not even straight. That glass melted fast. Like super fast. But I'm gonna let it cool down. We'll see what happens. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? It's gonna work. This one here is cooling. Look, that's that first one. All I did, and it just snapped right off. That's the problem I'm having, is they're just coming apart. No matter how daggum long I keep them in the flame, they just fall off. So if any of you glass blowers know what I'm doing wrong, I'd love to know. And if any of y'all are in Oklahoma and want to come show me how to do this, I'm game. So now I'm trying to cut a piece of glass off. I know the phone can't see it because it's down here on my workbench. And I got the cutting working the way I think it's supposed to, the way my uncle did it. So you get some spit going in your old mouth. And your cool spit on the glass, and it just breaks. I did bring some water this time. I'm going to try something a little different and just put the cold water bottle on it. Still cutting. This thing didn't cut. Let's try something a little different. I hate using my mouth and spit. So I'm going to try a little bit of just cold water on it. Whew. We're cutting again. This is not going to be a super long video like last time. Hour long was a little much. I think I want to do this total of about 30 minutes. See how this works out. We're at about 12 seconds now on this. About 15 seconds. And then you take that guy off. There it is. And I just touched it. And it broke right on off. And it's hot. Hot. So now we're going to try the hose that's in my shirt again. On the end of this. And we're going to put another electrode because I can't use this one. Maybe some of you guys that are really good at this can fix that. And I'm not throwing them away in case some of y'all that are really good can fix it and maybe I learn. So I'm just going to go through another damn electrode. They're a little expensive, but I got to learn, right? I can't just not do this. This flame is hot. I really think it's too hot now. That glass is broke. See that? I don't know if you can see it. See that? As soon as I put it in the fire. That's something that happens when I don't have a nice, clean, fancy cut. You know what? That I might be able to make that work. Screw this up. Whatever. Let's see if it cracks. Where'd it go? Ooh, that's hot. That is better. So that actually looks not horrible. I can see where it's been welded together. So, like some of the other people I see do this, that doesn't look like that. So, do I heat it back up? And just kind of get them worked together? Ow. That's not as pretty, but the line where I've welded them together has almost gone away. We're going to see what happens when it cools down. That's the one I didn't like. It's cool to the touch. Oh, it's cracking. I can hear it. I can see it. It just kicked out some glass and it broke. But I'm gonna turn the tracking off on this, right? And turn this camera down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So we're gonna get this guy hot again. We're gonna count to about 10 seconds. I'm watching the clock on the camera. I want to go 12 to 15. And I think we're at about 12 now. So I'm going to stop, dip my hand, touch the glass. Look at there. Broke it right off. Go back to the tracking mode. Come on, find me. No. There we go. Back to me. No hat today. I'm a very bald guy. So we're gonna hit it. No cracks. So we're gonna move forward. Again, I don't know if that's good. That seemed to weld awfully fast. It's not pretty, right? Dealing with 15 mil glass. Not making excuses, but I heard that 15 mil is harder to work with. So we're going to stop for a minute, give this a few minutes to cool down. This one here, that's that first one that after I heated the fire up, right, that I put together. It's not coming off. It's on there. So did I weld it? Did I get my first electrode? I don't know. But while I'm doing this, I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to do something a little different and put on the other blow hose. This blow hose has nothing on the end. And the reason for that is the tubulated electrode. So I can put the electrode on there and still blow on it as needed. And I don't want to get my hand too hot, right? So I'm going to stick this blow hose in here into the holder and then stick that in there. And then I can put this electrode in the holder, right? Reason for that is I'm kind of a sissy and the flame is hot. Again, that ain't coming loose. It's cool. That's almost the same temperature as every bit of part of the glass. So if that works, it's the first electrode I put on that didn't come off. We're going to try to put the tubulated side on. If the tubulated side works, it means I can process this tube. With all this stuff in it, I'm cool with every one of those welds. I'm gonna process that tube. I'm gonna process that tube if it works, and that'll be my first ever neon. So I don't care if it looks like crap. It'll lit. If it lights up, I'm throwing a party. Okay, so we're good there. We're good here. We're going to throw this guy some heat. That's not going to be good, y'all. I noticed something a little different with that. I might have just ran into part of my problem. Not my problem, but a problem. So the thing I noticed about that, something I learned last night on the internet. Do you see that? The electrode has black on it. I also noticed something else when I was in the fire. The electrode seemed to get hotter faster. So what I learned about that last night is that means this is leaded glass because there's no black on it. And this is unleaded glass, excuse me. And this is leaded glass. So that's an older style electrode with tubulation. Supposedly you can weld the two styles together. You just got to know what you're doing before you get into it. I didn't. And I have some heavy glass on one side because that electrode did not burn the way I thought it should burn. So I'm going to try to clean that up. and see if it's even possible. The truth is I'm probably going to just mess it up more. But I'm going to try to heat that up, and nope. As soon as I put it in the fire, that's what happened. But now that that's off, I'm going to test something. Remember, leaded glass does not throw a sodium flare. That one's throwing a sodium flare. It's not a huge sodium flare though, but there is a sodium flare there. So, yeah, I don't know. And I just lit my table on fire. Glass is hot, y'all. Huh. The problem I got is I'm not going to be able to weld this. I'm not going to be able to light this if I can't get it tubulated. And I'm running out of batteries, so we're going to hurry up with this one, and then we're done. You know, until I come back from some things I got to do with the family. I'm going to try to cut this off. Trying to look at the battery here. Let's see if I can get this guy to move again and show us what we're doing here. Sure enough, breaks it right off, wipe it down, good to go. So, come on, find me again. Over here. It's not finding me. It really wants my water bottle though. Alright, we're back on me. It doesn't look great. And everything that I've read is the blackening is leaded. God darn, that's hot. Son of a bitch. Hey, the end of that is hotter than shit. Gotta learn somewhere, I guess. So everything I've learned is if when your glass blackens like that, it's lead. So that's a leaded tubulated end versus a non-leaded glass. We're gonna let her cool down. I was watching a guy, Bent Neon Customs, I think it was. Dude, that guy, you gotta watch some of his stuff. So, guy made a 3D Jeep out of neon. He's currently in the process of making a 3D Mustang. Pretty freaking badass, actually. So, we'll see if I can get it to work on. So this here is my uncle's old neon manifold. I can't remember what it was called. I saw it last night. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the comments or something. Anyway, there's the flasks, things like that. Well, what I got to work on is right here. There's the manifold. That came out and came over to some more glass. Well, that there, I think that's probably 10 mil, maybe 12 mil. It looks like it's going into, 13 mil, and then it's got a little U in it, whatever. What I need to do is get that size down where I can put some 5 mil on it, because the 5 mil is this stuff here. This is the tubulation, so I can get it into the plant and get the gases into the tubes. So I got to work on that. Buddy, moment of truth. This one here is cool. I can hold it. Very little heat to it still. Probably not, shouldn't have held it, but you know what? She's on there. She ain't coming apart. I'm pretty confident that that's a leaded electrode, which is what was causing some of my problems there. But this ugly tube with electrode, piece of glass, weld, piece of glass, weld, piece of glass, weld, piece of glass, electrode, tubulation, is not coming apart. So that's a piece of glass that I can heat up. Again, these are leaded electrodes apparently. And then, I built a really ugly M. My name's Matt. I don't know if that's I was just playing around with bins, right? Originally, this thing went around and crossed each other, and I brought it back around this way to see if I could. And I did. And it could be a W for a last name, whatever. I'm really just doing this because I want to put some electrodes on it too, and light that guy up. First pieces of glass, right? I'm not going to leave a transformer on them, most likely. I just want to light them up. I just want to see if they'll work. So that's it for today. Maybe we'll do some more on another non-windy day, right? Maybe I'll come back out here tonight when I know there's no wind. Working on a plan to figure out how to block off down this and make a room out here. Also still trying to talk the wife into just letting me move it all into the garage. See how that works out. Have a good one.